everyone and welcome to your Wednesday watch. Today we are going super duper bright with the neon pigments and using the weapon in a size 12. We're doing kind of a Valentine's inspired. Looks very much like the Instagram logo, but first off we're going to have to sculpt some almond nails. Now I have fitted the forms on the 3 fingers already because I'm wearing gloves, because my right hand is hideous today. I thought I'll just show you the one because it's a big sticky mess. These forms are so strong and so sticky. I was only filming the one because of the right bloody ball ache. So you're going to fit your forms just as you do with a stiletto. You're not going to pinch in too far, but you have got to make sure that you tailor it to the lowest point of the natural nail. That's what I'm doing here. Closing it up underneath. And like I said, these forms are so strong, they are not going to budge. And you're going to watch me do some sculpting today. So making sure that my lower arch, it's always got to be nice and straight. Obviously there's loads of different almonds, but today I want a nice straight line, a rise up to the apex, fall to the free edge, and that's what I'm going to be doing. Now these forms, they were getting in my way, so I've just snipped off the back of them so that my fingers can face downwards, because you want that gravity to pull the product down. Now the first bead is going at the free edge of this nail, making sure that the back of the bead is lovely and flush and stretching it down, getting into those stress points with the tip of my brush, pushing them into place. And then when I'm happy, I will stretch it down the nail. Not painting, no painting, we're walking product. If you paint it, it's going to be too thin. You need to do step by step by step. That way you'll pull down a consistent amount of product, and it shouldn't be too thin. It was a little bit too thin saying that, but the bead wasn't big enough. I should have come down a little bit furthermore, but it was fine. At the end, you'll see I just put another little bead into place to make sure that it's strong enough. Now this is my apex cuticle bead, placing it on. The brush goes above and behind it, tipping it into place, just like when you're making the beds. Just tuck in the sheets in, boom, 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 wipe down each side wall, stretch that forward to where I'd like my apex. Now I use a cross method. I want it in the back third on that cross method. So if you were to break it down into 3, I would put it on the on the second line, and that's where I'm going to stick it for these nails. Yeah, that's that extra bead that I needed. I haven't bloody filmed all of them because you'll see I've got to pinch these nails. Lots of people are taught when they sculpt, don't pinch. Do pinch, please pinch, because you'll see after, I'll show you under the nail, and your strength runs under these nails. That curvature, it's not like a square where you can see down the barrel. This curvature is all underneath, so you can see. I tried to film it. It was quite difficult because I have to keep pinching in between. So I've recorded this one and another one for you to see how I work. So yeah, please get pinching. Flat nails, I know they're quite appealing. People like them, but they're not strong. They're not going to last. I always describe it when I'm teaching. If you think about the Bristol Bridge, it's really flat, really long, really flat, and all the structure is up in the air. You can see it, you can visually see what's keeping that bridge up. When you think about the Billy Goat's Gruff, it's that little humpback bridge that you just go, oh, little hump in the road. Gives you tuppence a tickle if you hit it too fast in the car. Those bridges, they've been there for loads and loads of years, and what keeps them up is their structure, their shape. There's no bollocks above it keeping it up. It's that shape of that structure is the strongest. So yeah, please pinch them, please make them stronger. Your forms create it as well though. You see how I tailored it. That gives it more curvature without pinching as well. So it's down to pinching, it's down to good form fitting. And product application. You've got to make sure that you get it all right. So back to this nail. Let's stretching that down. You see I've got that lower arch running from the lowest point of my natural nail, lovely and straight to the tip of the nail. Next one is going to be my apex cuticle. I'm placing it on. I'm going to put my brush above and behind it. The tip of the brush makes it nice and flush. Tucking it into place, tap, 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 wipe down each side wall. You'll see now I'll stretch that product no painting yet, stretch it to where I want an apex, and when I'm happy, then I'll paint. It will smooth it into the rest of it. But you can't paint it otherwise you'll just paint it all off and it'll be gone. Now you can see it rises up to an apex, falls to the free edge. That will come down as well, that apex. Apexes don't have to be massive. They've not got to be huge, big, bulky buggers. They don't. God, I've got a lot of saliva in my mouth today. I'm like rambling like crazy. Only because I'm so passionate about sculpting. But if your structure is perfect, you don't need this huge lump on top of it. Now, get into shape with a metal file. I'm using my metal files and people always say to me, I can't take them off, it leaves a sticky bit on. Yeah, it will leave a sticky bit on because they're so freaking sticky. Don't worry about it, they'll stick over them. If you're in a rush, I will sometimes just take off a new paper and stick it to an old one. That's if I'm in a rush. You can just wipe it with acetone if you want to. They're dead bloody cheap, so much cheaper than anything else. And the reason I love them is because they don't flex. Therefore, my shaping is so much better. It's sharper. There's no movement from it. It's nice and thin. I can get around the cuticle. I can get up under the sidewall, like the lower arch, up into it. Yeah, I just love them. Anywho, bit of filing for you to see now because, you know, I'm not a bloody wizard. My sculpting, it will be off in places, it'll dip in places, but as long as you've got a good filing routine, they're going to come back and they're going to look beautiful. I've also left in the way I grab my little finger just because it made me laugh and I thought, I've got to leave that in as well. So yeah, what we're going to do in a minute, we're going to be using some white gel and the pigments. I love pigments, they're so good. You can do loads with them, can't you? So, and they're going to be everywhere very, very soon. You know, spring's coming, the pigments will be out. We're going to see all those pastels and neons again. So easy to use, simple with gel polish and acrylic. Just love them. So I thought I'd do a little video today for you to see. Now, I've spoke for a while, haven't I? How are you? How are you doing? Is everything good? Yeah, great. What's up with me? Not a lot's going on. Blah, blah, blah. No, nothing, I don't think, really. Back teaching in person, which is lovely. Met some lovely students this week. What else have I been up to? Oh, I wanted to say to you guys as well, please, on Instagram, if you can hashtag Kai Shares or at Kylie Wherry Shares or at my Kylie Wherry nail artist Instagram educator, then I can find your work. If you're using my products, please let me know because I want to share it. I want to show the world. So please let me know. And thanks for always commenting. I love all the things that you write and all the emojis. It doesn't make me chuckle. So yeah, thank you for being lovely, you guys. You are really lovely. I've said lovely twice. What a dick. Lovely. Right. You ready? You're going to see this crazy finger. I'm going to grab this little finger because the little finger goes everywhere. So I wrap my finger over it. It supports it. It's like I'm holding a client, making sure that lower arch is blooming straight out. And then up, around, over the apex and down. When I'm happy with these nails, I'm going to be making them matte. Okay, we want it really matte. And another thing, people always say, what's the best matte? I don't know what the best matte to use is, but I use the En Vogue, what's it called? Well, we'll see now. Something matte. Come on, Kai, show me. But yeah, it's fantastic. It looks like velvet. Before I'm there, finish my filing, I'm going to wipe it with acetone. Don't be scared. It's just going to melt a teeny tiny top layer, removing any scratches that could be there because the matte is going to... Oh, I'm a matte. That's the one. It's going to highlight it, especially when you're using a matte gel polish. So, yeah. Can you hear that outside? Do you hear that? I don't know what it is. I've got some peeps here at the moment. I've got two men with power tools. And, yeah, things are cracking on again with my salon. Yes. I'm going to have a space, an area for everyone to come over and do loads of big group courses. Yeah, I cannot wait because like you all know, I work in my kitchen and I've worked in my kitchen for 10 years. It's good. I love it. But now I'm ready for some space. I'm ready to get out of here. So yeah, that's getting on now and I cannot wait to be out there. Right, we're matte, we're good. Let's have a little look at these pigments. Now, pigments, they go a long way. If you have pigments, they will last you years, absolute years. You do not need much at all. I'm going to be using this Sugar It from Indigo Nails, and we're going to just be doing a little bit like what's on the thumb, and then the middle finger and ring finger, because it's Valentine's Day, I wanted to kind of make like a heart. So it kind of looks like a heart when your fingers are together, but when they're not and you're just acting like a normal human, they just look like blobs. So for the Instagram photos and for this, you'll be like, oh gosh, look at that heart. Isn't that fantastic? But day-to-day life, people are just like, what the fuck is that on her hand? She's just got like a weird blob on two of them. So yeah, Insta versus reality, fail. But good for a picture, shit for day-to-day life. Now, I could talk through about what I'm doing, but I think it's a bit self-explanatory. I'm trying to make a heart. I make a hash of it to begin with, but, you know, I'm trying to line it up and make a heart. Yeah, so that's that. There's nothing else going on. Just making a kind of heart. I've got nothing else to report, I don't think. Don't think so. No, everything's pretty cool. Oh, on the website, that's a new one. I did a poll on my Facebook group because I'd been asked about ClearPay, Klarna and things like that. I wasn't aware that that's how people prefer to pay. So that's what you've got now. So ClearPay and Klarna will be there any day. Could be today, could be tomorrow. But yeah, so there's that option online as well. I've also been preparing I'm doing like that thing with my fingers, my tour dates of the UK. So very soon I'll be releasing my tour dates of the UK. And that will be it. Once they're out, that'll be it for the year. I know so far we have Birkenhead, Plymouth, Bristol, Essex, I think maybe Glasgow, Wakefield, there'll be Shropshire. So yeah, those so far are definite places that I'm going to be going throughout the year, and I'm going to be teaching acrylic design and also what's the other one I'm doing? Sculpt, shape and structure. So I'll be going around teaching people how to do it. So yeah, there'll be like group courses of about, I think 10's the max. Always good fun. Goodie bags included. They may contain gin. Yeah. So if you're subscribed to the newsletter on my website, I'll send out loads of emails when they're up and running. Or also please check my Instagram or the Facebook page, which is Kylie's Products. Fucking hell, I have proper brain fart moments where I don't even know my own name. What am I like? So yeah, that's what I'm up to. There is something else. Remember I said to you, I couldn't tell you. Still can't tell you. But yeah, we're getting closer. But yeah, so that's what I've been up to. Right, I've bored myself now. Let's get on to the rest of it. We've got to flash cure these, not for very long, so that it leaves an inhibition layer, because the Sugar It doesn't leave much. I know a lot of gel polishes will leave you that sticky surface that you can tap your pigments into, but this one I literally flash cured it for 10 seconds. Now, with my little dusty brush, I am dipping into my pigments, starting with a lighter one, moving up to a darker one. You can see I don't use much and I'm tapping off any excess. Starting with this yellow one, and then I'll go into my orange, pink and purple. But yeah, a little bit really does go a long way. You don't have to get it perfect to begin with either, because you'll come in with your next colour and you'll start to blend that one in as well. At the end, you'll dust it all over. Now, before I go into the orange one, you can see I just wipe it on my towel. Otherwise, you're going to start mixing your colours, so just dabbing it in. Don't worry if it goes on to the nude or any other colour that you're using, because when we're finished and we're happy with the design, what I do is top coat it with a non-wipe top coat from Glitterbels. I will just cap it in a top coat, make sure I'm happy with it all, and cure obs, and then wipe it with acetone. Anything that's on that nude part will just all wipe away. It is a messy job. you can see how much of it gets on me. And if you're doing a full nail, it can get onto the fingers, but it will wash off. It washes off fine. So don't be scared. It's a good one to do. It's another one of those ones that will scare your clients. They'll be like, what the fuck are they doing to me? But then the reveal is pretty fantastic. And like I said, it's so easy to use. If you did a gel polish, you'd paint it all white. You could just ombre 2 colours in together. It's just so simple, and no bulk, no messing, no faff. Top coat done. Yeah, I love it. It's really versatile, so easy to use. And like I said, you're going to see lots of this about. Lots of, you know, can you imagine? Oh yeah, like a flame one. So if you did, I've got things now. You could do a black one. You could paint it in white. You could do flames, all neon colours. Oh God, the possibilities, people. Oh, love it. Right, happy blending it all in with another clean brush, and then I'll go in and top coat, cure, and then wipe it all with acetone. Back. Did you miss me? Moi. I was boring myself with my own voice, just rambling on. Right, with my glitter spill tray, I'm just putting some of my non-white top coat in there. I'm going to be pouring in one of my super fines in gold and mixing it in. So I'm making a glitter gel polish. I could have painted the gel polish, the top coat onto the nails and sprinkled into it, but I didn't want a sugared effect. I wanted this to be capped in the gel polish. So now I have a glittery gold. And I'm just lining the designs that I've created because, you know, there are places where you can see the white underneath, and that's because when I've top coated, I hadn't covered that piece and it's just wiped away. So I'm just going around it to make it better, to cover my fuck ups. That's what it is. You know, what do we say? If we fuck it up, just sprinkle it in glitter. Fine, job done. But actually, I planned on doing this anyway, but it's really easy, just mixing your glitters in with your top coats. You can do anything with them. But yeah, hopefully, well, that was a really depressing hopefully, wasn't it? Hopefully. Right, hopefully you've all enjoyed this video. Come on, Kai, get into the YouTube voice. Hopefully you've all enjoyed this video today. If you have and you don't already, please subscribe and like, and please tell a friend. That'd be fantastic. But yeah, in all seriousness, You know how much I love you, and I really, really thank you for always tuning in on the Wednesdays. I am loving being back and doing it. It gives me my, this is my thing. I love it. Really look forward to doing it. Already planning the next one. So yeah, please, if you have enjoyed this, I'm so shit at YouTube. I don't even know. If there is a button where you can share stuff, maybe you could do that for me. I'd be really happy. Right. We're going to put some cuticle oil on. We're not making them look like chip fat nails, just a little bit, rubbing it back, not all over the nails. You don't want to ruin that lovely mat. And then you just get to ogle my little heart nails. Just know that I'm walking around with those weird blobs though afterwards. These are going to look fantastic. I'm going out soon. Going to Bongo Bingo in Wolverhampton. I cannot fucking wait. These are going to blow up on there. Love them. Look at them. Mwah. Anyway, I'm going to go. And I'll see you all again next week. Love you all. Bye.